This episode is brought to you by Shopify. Forget the frustration of picking commerce platforms when you switch your business to Shopify, the global commerce platform that supercharges your selling wherever you sell. With Shopify, you'll harness the same intuitive features, trusted apps, and powerful analytics used by the world's leading brands. Sign up today for your $1 per month trial period at shopify.com/tech, all lowercase. That's shopify.com/tech.
Listen to the 48 Hours podcast for shocking murder cases and compelling real-life dramas from one of television's most watched true crime shows. Go behind the scenes of each episode with award-winning CBS News correspondents and producers in Postmortem, a weekly deep dive. Listen to 48 Hours wherever you get your podcasts.
Alright, what's up guys? Welcome to another episode of the TMossBoss Show. And in today's episode, I wanted to talk on something that I have seen on social media ever since I've gotten into social media. And fam, within this year, that stuff has to stop. Now, I do plan on doing a secondary episode talking on another form of begging on social media. But no, overall in this episode, I wanted to talk on people begging for likes. Now, overall, a person, I don't know why it matters so much to them, but yes, there are people out there that want likes so bad across their whatever it is that they're putting out there, whether it's a video, whether it's a social media post of some sorts, whether it's like, a tweet, Instagram post, Facebook post. I'm trying to think of some other, social media platforms. Yeah, just all of social media, you got somebody out there that begs for likes. And I know at the end of videos and podcast episodes, like I'll say, please like and subscribe. And the thing is this though, I don't feel that that's begging. I just feel like that's just reminding somebody, hey, likes and subscribes, they do support. But I'm not going to be that person where I'm like, if you don't support me or if you don't like my video, then, and it'll be like something that's so dark. Like they'll use like religion, for likes and things. And like, like if you believe in God, don't do nothing if you don't. And it's like, fam, no, I know that I believe in God. I know I'm a Christian. I'm not going to allow a social media post because without that, do you think that message would be getting across to people? If social media never existed, do you think that that message would get across to people? No. So that's why I'm like, it trips me out when they say things like that. And it's like, fam, do you think that's the Christian thing to do, to be out on social media asking for likes? No, it is not. And the fact that you would want to use religion, it tells me that some of the people that do stuff like that, they might not be all that religious. I'm like, me personally, I feel that that's kind of ignorant, to use religion for likes. But I've seen it so many different times. I'm like, bro, I can think back all the way, because when I very first got into social media, I didn't really see it too much, because the first social media platform that I got into was Twitter. And then as some time went on, I created a Facebook account, and that's when I started seeing people where they're like, but no, actually, I do remember where people would send text messages, and that's why I'm like, I'm kind of iffy about, I don't think people be doing that today, but bro, back when I was in middle school, oh my God, the amount of times I got text messages talking about, hey, you've been a part of this chain, forward this message to 10 friends. Otherwise, the woman from the ring is gonna kill you in the middle of the night. And I'm like, fam, as a kid, you think about that, and it's like, how many people is she gonna be going to each and every person's house? How many times is this message? Because that ain't no different than them websites or those fake links where they were like, oh, congratulations, you just won $10,000. That's the same mindset I had when I seen those fake websites. Is the same mindset that I had when I got those text messages where people are, they'll say like, oh, send this to 10 people. Because I'm thinking to myself, fam, how many other people also got this message and then they just just flat out ignored it. You mean to tell me that girl, which TV is she popping out of? All right, because I got questions. I got concerns. What TV is she coming out of? My TV? Is she doing some Santa Claus stuff where she has that power where she could just go all across the whole world in the span of one night or throughout the month? Whichever the situation is, I'm like, fam, I ain't got time for that. I got other things that's on my mind right now. I'm trying to figure out how can I get past, kid me. I'm like, how am I going to get past this mission in Grand Theft Auto 4? Or what am I going to ask for my birthday? Am I going to be able to do this homework assignment tonight and things and be able to get it turned in by the next morning and stuff? That's what's crossing my mind as a kid. I ain't got time to be out there fooling with no text messages. And then it just seemed like it just fast forward to social media to where now it's all like, oh, share this, otherwise Pennywise is gonna come and get you tonight. And I'm thinking to myself, well, fam, good luck. All right, because I'm saying, like, it's, I feel like we have an alarm system. I will be able to hear when some stuff goes down. That's just how I personally feel. Like, my thing is this, like, if I'm gonna be thinking about these things, I'm gonna really be thinking about these things. I'm like, why would Pennywise just randomly, what have I done to him? Because I didn't share a post? Does Pennywise really be on social media? Like, that's the thing that I gotta like. And I'm saying, and then the girl from The Ring, does she have a cell phone? Does she have like some FBI database thing where she can see what messages is being sent out or not? I'm like, fam, get out of here with that. It's weird to me. Hold on for a second. I gotta take my hoodie off, bro. In 20-degree weather, I gotta take my hoodie off because it's a little warm. All right, but it's like I just, when I see those types of not messages, but like social media posts, it's just, fam, it's so cringy because I'm like, how desperate are you for attention? And that's how I see it. That's how I really see it, is that people be that desperate for attention to where it's like, oh, well, I'm just going to come up with some dark thing on why a person should like my video and stuff and why they should, do this and share and all that. And I'm like, bro, at times, I'm going to tell you this right now. At times, the likes, the shares, the follows, the subscribes, whatever it is that you want to call it, yeah, it's gonna matter, but it shouldn't matter that much. Like, I'll never forget, I remember when I seen the one girl, she was crying on TikTok because she wasn't the most followed person anymore. I think it was like at some point in time, yeah, Charlie D'Amelio had passed her up, and she was crying over it. And I'm like, bro, social media be having people on a lock, bruh. I'm saying, like, I understand that, social media is a part of my job as a content creator, but like, I really just go on social media to just kind of market myself, put my name and my brand more out there and things. Like, I really don't care about, none of the extra stuff and things like, let me see how many likes I could get. Let me see. Because my thing is this. When I post a video, I don't post it under the imagination where it's like, oh, this is going to be the most viral video that I've ever uploaded. When I sit down and think about it, I just kind of wing it with my content, like whichever video I feel like posting on YouTube, or a game that I feel like streaming on Twitch, or a video that I feel like posting on TikTok. I'm not trying to follow trends. I'm not trying to, and I think that's probably one of the main reasons why I haven't really grown that as fast, at like a fast rate as a content creator, because I'm not a trend follower. I more so want to be considered the trendsetter, where it's like I want to come out with something. Like, no, don't get me wrong, I'll follow trends like if I like those trends, but if not, then I'm like, bro, I'm not gonna do the latest TikTok dance because everybody else really be doing it and stuff. I'm not gonna use the most viral song on TikTok because everybody else is using it. Like, if I like that song, then okay, that's my choice to use that song, but I'm not gonna do it and then be telling people, oh, like my stuff, please like my stuff and things. I'm like, nah, if people feel like liking it, then that's their choice. I'm not gonna force somebody to do it. I'm not gonna be like, oh, like my stuff, otherwise I'm gonna die tomorrow. Like, it'd be dark things like that where I'm like, fam, you guys, social media, likes, and all that should not have that much of a lock on your brain. And I'm telling you, like, people, and they be the main ones where it's like, after a while, you just kind of see where they disappear. It's like, I'm pretty sure if you look at some of those, like, yeah, they're probably making those posts now, but at some point in time, they're just going to disappear. And then eventually it's going to get to a point where it's like, you look up one day, they're not making those tweets no more. They're not making those social media posts or videos anymore and things. It's like, no, it's just, they just gone. And I'm like, there's friends that I remember I used to go to school with where they would send those text messages all the time. I don't hear from them no more. I don't know if they're even on social media and stuff. So if they do, I'm like, then we ain't friends. And so yeah, it's one of those things. We're not friends because I would ignore those messages a lot. Like, I remember at first it was kind of fun sending those out, like, you know, as a kid, and you just get you a new phone. You're like, I want to do everything. But I'm like, fam, I don't care. You know, like, I got to a point where I got very careless about those things. And I'm like, yeah, I don't care. You know, I feel like I started growing up at a young age. I'm like, you know, I'm sitting there thinking about stuff like that. I'm like, okay, if I had just found out like years ago that Santa ain't real, why would all this stuff be real? That just don't even make no sense to me. I'm like, and how come you don't be hearing stories like this all the time? You know, you would think that something would be like talking on those text messages. You think something would get passed along, like, oh, okay, you know, well, we know people be disappearing when they don't send this text message. It's like, how come this stuff? I think, and that was like my main thing. If it don't make it to the news, most likely that stuff ain't real. All right, so that's why I'm like, hey, you know what? I'm just going to, you know, mind my own business and ignore stuff like that. So, but yeah, it's even like that today, just with social media. And then it's like so many different times where I see that stuff on Twitter, because I'll see like a lot of religious posts. Like, I'll see a lot of like, you know, posts involving like the Christian religion and things. And no, it's so many times where it's all like, people are all like, oh, type amen, comment amen. And I'm like, fam, I agree with this post, but it's just that last part that just ruins it. Like, you know, it should just be something where it's like you're passing this along just to kind of remind somebody of their religion in case if they're losing their religion. But it shouldn't be a situation where it's like you leave out this motivational post and then just at the bottom, then it's all like, oh, like this, if you're a Christian, or type amen. And I'm like, fam, no, I don't. I agree with the upper part, but it's that bottom part, it ruins the whole post. And people need to really stop doing that. I'm like, that is not a religious thing to do. I'm saying, because it wouldn't be no different if I were to do that same exact thing. Like, okay, I send them one of my videos and I'm like this video, or you know, or you're not a Christian. Then they're going to be thinking to themselves, what does your video have to do? And let's just say, oh yeah, I'm talking about the Christian religion and things. Do you honestly think if I send any of those social media accounts a video and I'm talking about the Christian religion, do you think they're going to like it? No, they're not, because they're not going to care about stuff. So I'm like, what makes your post any different than the video that I'm doing? I'm saying, it's like people, and it'll be some of the most hypocritical things. I'm like, I'm going to say this right now. There are a lot of hypocrites on social media, and it is the most craziest thing ever. And I'm like, fam, people, if you know you wouldn't turn around and do some stuff like that, then don't be telling other people to turn around and do some stuff where it involves liking or typing or commenting or sharing, whatever it is. It shouldn't be like that. That's not what social media is for. I feel like we should be, you know, and the thing is this, I feel like that's what social media needs to be now. And I'm going to spend these next few minutes and hopefully until the end of this podcast episode to talk on what social media needs to be. But social media needs to be a thing where we're helping out one another. You know, we're being supportive of of each other and things. And it doesn't have to be type this, comment that, like this, share this, and all this other crap. No, it should be a thing where everybody is welcome. You know, everybody is cool with one another. There ain't no drama. There ain't no beefing. There ain't no hate. There ain't no negativity. None of that. People can just chill in either their own groups or multicultural groups, whatever the situation is. But it should just be a thing where it's like, we're not begging for likes. We're not begging for attention, because at the end of the day, that stuff can only last for a few minutes. And then at some point in time, people now moved on to the next thing. And now you just kind of, behind and stuff. And it's like, you're looking at the crowd as it's leaving you. Like, you had a whole crowd of people just doing a 360 circle around you instead of 360. I pretty much just said a circle. But anyways, you got people literally forming a circle around you. And then at some point in time, something else is going to start trending. And then they're going to follow with that trend. And then you just going to be watching like them group of people that were following you at one point in time. Like, yeah, you did manage to capture their attention. But it's like, were you able to maintain that attention? Were you able to like have a lock and a hold on that attention? Because if not, you are going to watch them group of people just slowly leave. So that's why I'm like, fam, I can say that. I can vouch on that, because I don't know how many times where I've reacted to videos that I didn't even realize they were trending, but then at some point in time they start trending, and I have this whole audience that's watching the videos, and then at some point in time, they move on to the next person. That is what social media is. So that's why I'm like, my thing is this. I would rather not so much as follow trends, but have it where it's all like I have my hands dipped in pretty much everything, but not having to be on the begging side of it. Like, I just do it to just be like, hey, this stuff is here. Whenever you guys decide to watch it, that's on you. But until then, I'm not going to slow down. I'm not going to stop. I'm not going to be like, oh, well, no, now nobody's not watching my content. Now I might as well quit. No. If that was the case, fam, I would have quit. I was just thinking this earlier. I'm like, if I would have quit years ago, like when I, like whatever videos I was reacting. All right, so the McJuggernuggets videos. Like if I would have quit after dude had stopped kind of, because he did stop for a moment and then he did come back at some point in time. But let's say if I would have just stopped doing content altogether, I wouldn't be in the position that I'm in right now. There would be like, if I were to stop and then let's say today he would come back and do those videos and then I came back and started doing videos, bruh, I would have to grind so much to get to where I'm at right now, trying to post 11 and something thousand videos instead of just posting them throughout the years when he wasn't there and stuff and building up my name. It's like, that's not gonna work. That ain't gonna work at all. So that's why I'm like, that's why when he stopped doing his thing, I didn't stop. I still kept going. Now look, I got videos on TikTok with millions of views. I got videos, other videos on YouTube, and it's crazy. Some of my videos ain't even like our other videos outside of the McJuggernuggets reactions. So I'm saying it's like there's all this stuff that I did within that time where like he stopped and then came back. There's all these things I did and I made more of a name for myself without having to react to his videos and stuff. So that's why I'm like, bruh, there should be no reason on why you should stop, but there should also be no reason on why you're begging for attention and stuff. So anyways, yeah, hopefully this episode motivates some of y'all, but if not, then yeah, you'll just have to learn the hard way. So, but anyways, thank you guys for watching and or listening. Stay tuned for the next episode. Make sure you follow me across all social media platforms. Thank you guys and peace.